Hey everybody, Yankee here. You know, something I don't have to tell people who have been following me for years about myself. Most of them already know, and this is something I don't usually like to brag about, but I am a self-proclaimed internet YouTube gun expert. And you might ask yourself, well, what does that actually mean? Well, it means I'm a little bit better than you. And well, maybe not a little bit, maybe a lot, but I'm better than you. And a lot of people might not want to accept that, but I want to tell you, there's no shame in accepting that I'm better than you. If this was easy, well, then they'd let anybody with a computer have a YouTube channel. But being a self-proclaimed internet YouTube gun expert, I get a lot of tough questions about guns that probably nobody else could possibly answer. So people come to me and say, please, Yankee, share your wisdom with us. And one question I've gotten a few times in the last couple of weeks, since we've been talking about the SIG Sauer P320 and how it's so bloodthirsty and dangerous, people have been asking me, well, I've already bought one. Is there a way I can make it actually safe for carry without actually hurting the function of the gun? Where it'll still work just as good as it ever did, maybe even better, but it'll be safe. I won't have to be worrying for my life constantly. Well, there is a way you can do this. Now, I don't have a regular P320. I have an AXG because, it's just a little bit better, like me. But the only difference between this and a regular P320 is the frame. This one is aluminum, and on a P320, a regular one, it would be polymer. So pretty much the same thing, uses the same FCU, etc. So I'm going to show you with this gun right here how you can make it perfectly safe for carry. As I'm sure most of you already know, the main problem with the SIG Sauer P320, its biggest design flaw, is that SIG designed a gun that every time you pull its light, crisp, clean trigger, you fire off an accurate shot. I mean, what were they thinking? So that's what you got to do something about, that light, crisp, clean trigger. When you see this trigger's breaking at a clean 3 pounds on average, you can see where the problem really lies here. All right, now fixing the gun is something that anybody can do, even if you're not a self-proclaimed internet YouTube gun expert. In fact, you don't even have to take the gun apart. The first thing you do is you just place it right here in the center of the table, and then you call on your magic fairy gun mother. Oh, fairy gun mother. Problem solved. All you have to do is change it into another model SIG that's double action, single action. So now you've got a trigger that you're going to have to hit twice as hard to make it fire if you're in double action only mode, which is how you'll carry it. And then once you fired it once and that hammer's cocked, or you cock the hammer manually for your first shot, you're right back down to that 3 pound range on your trigger, maybe even a little less. So problem, like I said, solved. So as you can see, you can take care of all the issues you might have with the SIG P320 simply by turning it into another SIG, in this case an M11A1 or maybe a P226 or maybe even a 229. It really depends on what you prefer, but that's how easy it is. And if you're still not happy with how safe this gun is, maybe you want it a little safer, or maybe you just want it a little more capable, we just once again call on our magical fairy gun mother. Oh, fairy gun mother! A Smith & Wesson 586 L-Comp with 7 rounds of 357 Magnum. And now you're even safer with that first pull. Or if you want to cock that hammer, you've got the lightest, most accurate trigger of the bunch, plus a much more capable caliber. So as you can see, the answer is yes. In just a couple easy steps, and with a little help from your fairy gun mother, not only can you make a P320 safe for carry, you can make it an all-around better, higher performing carry gun, period.